Okay, we're live. All right, good morning. We are at Panera Bread here in Claremont, Florida. And this morning we're going to be meeting with the Claremont police officers who are doing a coffee with a cop. It's a nationwide program to help build better community relations with
You
the
can
police
walk right over
department.
there and stay on the side.
And this gentleman right here is Drew Evans, Officer Evans. Well, I probably shouldn't tell you that on TV because we're trying to keep him incognito. Keep him out as... Drew, tell him what you do for the department. Well, you do a lot of things.
I do a lot of things. I'm in the community relations unit. My primary responsibilities are downtown Claremont and Waterfront Park, Lake Hiawatha Park, and dealing with all of the business owners and community organizations in that area. Plus 10 million other things that I enjoy doing that are part of my daily
You couldn't have made that any more exciting.
I know.
I mean, really. Part of this, I run into this guy on the trail. This is one of the fun jobs. He doesn't tell you the fun stuff he does. He gets out there in the community. His job is to help build community relations. So you'll see him sometimes on a four-wheel drive vehicle riding up and down the South Lake Trail. Lots of times he's at places like Panera here, where we get to meet the community. He also protects us from officers like David Colon. Hi, David. Hi.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, but yeah,
You can go right on in there.
you can be in this whole thing. So he's actually a fun guy. He just gave you the dry police version of this story, so we don't want that at all. Yeah, really. Now, David, you're head of the community relations. What's it called now? We changed the name a few times.
There's an acronym, COPPS, Community-Oriented Policing and Problem Solving.
Right.
Contemporary policing, it's the emphasis now is in mingling and sharing more face-to-face with the community, partnering up with organizations, a lot of times non-profit organizations that have the desire to help. So from the bottom up, from the little children, making a good impact on them to our senior citizens. And community policing is a hit, if you will, nowadays, because people feel good, they see the transparency, they can ask questions, they don't feel like the police officer is in this high stature or position that he cannot be approachable. It's a great thing.
You don't carry nightsticks every day anymore.
I'm sorry?
You don't carry nightsticks.
Right.
You know why they call them nightsticks, don't you? Because when you get hit in the head, you see stars. Sorry, I had to throw that in. I was 7 years old when I came up with that one. A little old, but it really helps. I mean, I've been watching you guys for 5 years, and the improvement is that people get it. They're not afraid to approach you, especially with little children. Kids are told all the time, right? If you're bad, we're going to call the police. And that puts them in a position of fear, but now you've changed that.
Yes, parents do not do that. Please don't, because kids, they get this bad persona about us that cops are always going to put them in jail. I don't know how many times I've come across a parent that always says, look, there's the police. If you're bad, they're going to take you to jail. And in reality, that is not true. We're there to help. We're always there to help, and we want to educate the youth and want them to know that we're always going to be there for them, whether it's an emergency or not. So.
Okay. Well, Mike, you want to introduce our panel of
Panel of experts?
Panel of experts here.
Panel of experts. Yeah, you all came from somewhere else, right?
That's true.
There's nobody here who's a native. So the official designation of an expert is anybody who's 25 miles from home. So right now, that puts all you guys in the expert category.
Is this Bronx, New York? Is that far enough away?
Bronx is, yeah, you say he was from Brooklyn.
Lower East Side. You grew up
Lower East Side.
Lower East Side.
Yeah,
I grew up in South Florida.
good. So I'm 70 years old and I haven't grown up yet. Where are you
I was
from?
from Central Michigan.
Cobbs?
Same way, Michigan.
Hey, talk about a rainbow coalition. We got them all here, guys. I mean,
Now, is there any questions you want to ask the good officers here?
Yeah, my house was robbed 3 years ago. They took $300,000 for what? Where's the criminal?
Say it again.
My house was robbed 3 years ago in Kingsbridge, and they almost took about $300,000 worth of jewelry.
yeah.
They did take money. Never heard a word.
Ask him if it was insured.
Sure.
No, couldn't be insured.
And did you show anybody your property that maybe you shouldn't have shown it to?
Yeah. $1,000 they want.
Are you letting people know that you have that kind of?
You let contractors in the back door and show them that you got stuff in there?
Yeah.
Well, this is what I can tell you. This is what I can tell you. And this is not me as a police officer, this is me as a victim as well. I've had things that were stolen from my house, and unfortunately it's a property crime, and not our property crime.
I know. That's true.
It's, you know,
That's
it's
probably
one of those things.
Probably the hardest to solve.
It really is, you know, unless there's some sort of trail. You know, they pawn the items or do something that's gonna leave a trail behind it. It's very good.
I have a question. How many policemen are there in Claremont?
I think we're up to 63 or 4 Cologne.
That's the total
staff
department.
Mid-60s.
That's sworn. And then we have 10 or 11 non-sworn that are
What does
still.
non-sworn mean?
They work in the records division or chief's assistant.
Admin.
Yeah.
So around 75 total.
Yeah, that's
Is that
a
the
good rough.
police department? Including the sheriff's department?
No, sir.
That's Jefferson.
Claremont Police Department is just for the city of Claremont. The Sheriff's Office covers the entire county, all the unincorporated area.
Well, I think, I live in the city of Claremont. Do you live in the city of Claremont? And,
Buddy?
do you, Dave? You live in Lebanon. But Mel doesn't live in the city of Claremont. He lives on, what's that road, Mel?
It's off Lake Shore.
It's off Lake Shore.
Unincorporated area.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, it's funny. I don't ever remember my parents when I was growing up saying, you know, beware of the cops. They always told me if you got in trouble, go to one.
Right. My parents, they didn't do that with me either. Because I was a terrible kid, believe it or not. I was a rebel. So I would always, you know, tell my parents that I was going to move out 14, 15 years old. They said, go ahead. Never mention the cops. Oh, we'll call the police. Nothing.
Yeah.
And if I was bad, my dad would let me have it.
But I think that disrespect amongst the younger generation is prevalent, not just against the police, against everybody.
There's no respect.
The way they talk to their parents is unbelievable. My kids would never talk to me like that.
How you doing?
How are you?
Okay.
It was, when I became a police officer years ago, it was an eye-opener to see all the things they did and how families interact with each other. I couldn't believe it because I came up from a very strict family and there was no disrespect from my parents. God forbid I did.
But
I would have had it.
I think the biggest problem I see in our society is when I grew up, I literally didn't know anyone whose parents were divorced until I was 18 years old. And now it's the norm. How can you raise a kid if you don't have a parent? How can you do that? It's an impossible. You can't solve the problem.
Okay.
You know, you just the problem's going to get worse. And all you can do is put
Morning,
them
everyone. Good to see you.
unless you solve it from the roots.
Morning.
This is Chief
How are you, sir?
I'm John.
Oh, sorry, man. That's all right.
Pleasure to meet you.
Sir. Good morning, sir. All right, sir. Good morning, sir. Good see you guys.
And I don't. Do you see a lot of that in Claremont?
Yeah, well, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Nothing you can do about that.
There's no solution.
Can't keep people married.
No, you can't.
One of the things that we are doing nowadays, and I was thinking about your case, believe it or not, like Officer Evans said, a lot of property crimes go unsolved. However, there's a good percentage that can be solved, and we're trying to help the community understand how. By education, that's what the crime prevention really does. We do a lot of talk, we do a lot of education, we go to the community a lot. And one of the things that we share with people, and people are like, oh, I never thought of that, is if you have something valuable at home, take a picture of it. If it has a serial number, store that serial number, because guess what? A lot of things are not found because you cannot describe them well.
Exactly.
You can't find a serial
No,
number.
you're right about that. Nobody does it though.
Yes, sir.
Nobody does it.
wants me to ask you a couple questions. I promise to be nice.
You don't have to take pictures of everybody, but maybe what is
You're live now, so you might as well go ahead and keep
So we're
smiling.
live now. This is
Yeah,
it.
just-
Great. Okay, we're back. This is Chief Charles Broadway, City of Claremont. Chuck, good to see you.
Hey, good to see you too, Michael. Thank you.
Chuck for short, because that's what we call him. But Chuck, how long you've been police chief now?
A little over 3 years.
3 years.
Is that really relevant?
The Coffee with a Cop program. How many months have we been doing this?
This is probably our 4th one.
So far, this has been really successful. Every month we get more people.
Sure.
What do you find the benefit to be?
I think a true benefit of Coffee with a Cop is that the community gets a chance to talk to local law enforcement uninterrupted time, just have an open dialogue and have a discussion on issues and concerns that they may have. Overwhelmingly, what I've seen was a lot of people come to thank the Claremont Police Department and just show their support to us as well, which has been overwhelmingly, and that's really been a blessing for us to have that relationship and that rapport with our community.
Now, you've been very proactive in the community. You do lots of things. I know they banned Rene Castro. That's no.
There he is. Oh yeah.
We do a lot of things like Battle of the Badges, which helps raise toys for needy children in the community. Yesterday you did the bowling tournament. You have the International World Police Soccer, which is coming up when? February. You got to see this. And by the way, Chief Broadway here is a regular runner. You'll find him down at the South Lake Trail. He competes in a lot of events. This year, the major news event is when I beat him in a 5K. That's the goal.
Not gonna happen.
Says that's a challenge now. Now we're on camera. The world is going to hear this, so it's not going to happen. Okay, that's what he says. So all these different things have really helped us build into the community. It's really helped us, get out there and improve. What would you like to see improve for 2016?
An improvement is always looking to reduce crime. My goal is to always reduce crime to the point where we have no crime in the city. Another goal is to continue to remain and maintain a positive relationship and a rapport with our community. The community is our eyes and ears. We rely on them to reduce crime. We encourage them. If you see something, say something. I have 65 police officers, but with the community behind us, it just makes us more effective, more efficient.
Thank you, Chuck.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Anthony.
All right, thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
All right.